Alright guys, this is a logic cube, and it can make your creative space better. It's just a tool for build objects, but it can do a lot more than just that, like enhancing our home with automatic doors, such as this one. Or setting up automated fashion shows, or even events. Building puzzle rooms or escape room maps. You know, many ideas you guys can try just to build a good creative space. But what I'm first going to show you is how to set up and use these cubes through this channel. And then once you learn this, you'll have a better understanding of the cubes and how they work. Now, before we jump into the delay cube that we're using for this video, you should know a little more on how they work. So these cubes come with a send and receive function, which allows you to connect objects or even other types of cubes to animate or control parts of your space. Now you have that idea in mind, now let's take our attention to the delay cube, which is what we'll use for this automatic door. So you might be one of those players who can't stand to see all the doors opened or closed randomly. So I have a low-cost solution for that, and it only requires the use of a delay cube. The delay cube will be able to connect with every door, so when one door is opened, it will trigger a 10-second delay to close all doors. You may ask, yeah, that's cool, but wouldn't that cause issues if somebody else opened another door? Yeah, it would. I don't think that matters based on the amount of time you give it. So you can open a door and let it stay there for 20 seconds, and it will close after 20 seconds. Sure, somebody might open at the last second and it will close immediately in front of them, but that rarely happens. But anyway, let's go ahead and set this up. Now that we have this set up, we're going to go to the delay cube. Wait, this is a sound cube. Okay, now we have a delay cube. So let's go ahead and set this up. So if we take a look at the delay cube, it says time before sending connect to next build part, and it's set to 10 seconds. This means whenever this box receives a signal, it will start the function, which is the delay function, and start the 10-second delay. We have our send and receive, as you know. Our send condition will send a signal whenever the set time elapses, which is your 10-second delay. I already have that set to 2. And then we go down here. Send after a specified time. Function 1. So this is a receive function. So whenever we open the door, for example, and if the ID sent out from the door is connect ID 1, it will trigger the send after a specified time, which starts your 10-second delay. And then, after the 10-second delay, it should send that connect ID to signal, which is set time elapses. So now that we have our cube set up, we're going to take a look at the first door. Now, I already pre-made the doors and their settings, their setup. You want to go ahead and take a look at the send functions of the door. So every time we open the door, we want to trigger the delay cube, right? So we already set it to number 1. Whenever it opens, it sends connect ID 1. Now for receiving, we want it to close whenever it receives an ID from the delay cube, which would in this case be connect ID 2. Once the cube sends out the signal 2, it will close the door automatically after 10 seconds. So let's see that in action. There you go. It closed on its own. Now, for example, let's say you have multiple doors and they all have the same exact ID functions to hit one cube, which saves space. It's less resource intensive, I say, instead of having like, what is it, how many doors we have? 5 doors, having 5 different cubes. I don't think that's necessary. You just need one cube. I don't think you have to worry about players opening doors constantly and then it's closing immediately after like the first one's triggered. So whenever the first door is triggered, and yeah, let's say you were to open these other doors, the cube will go in order. It will trigger the first door's commands, and then it will trigger the rest afterwards. Now, in this case, nothing will happen after the first door is opened, because once the cube triggers the signal, it's going to close all doors at the same time, since they use the same exact connect ID, which is number 2. Here's an example. So obviously I opened all these not at the same time. Normally you would think they will close in order, but no, they're just going to close at the same time. Whenever it happens. Yep, there you go. So now you have a way to close all your doors automatically whenever they're all opened. Yes, sorry for the random change. I just upgraded my setup recently, so now I can do better recordings. But yeah, back to the delay cubes. You know how to use them now, so I think we can start focusing on the other cubes. I will be making a video for each one, and the future videos are going to be in 2K instead of 1080p because, upgrades, the audio is better. But yeah, so look forward to those videos. I'll be working them as I go on. I can't give you an exact time frame because it's hard to balance work streaming and then video editing. But anyway, thank you for getting to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button so you can, stay updated with anything that's creative space related. I'll be focusing on creating a lot more videos for this game and also dabbling to other MMORPGs. Thank you for coming by. Have a good one. I'll see you later.